This is Kurnell, located south of Sydney, near the Kamay Botany Bay National Park. Lieutenant James Cook, part of the British Royal Navy, and his crew from the HMB Endeavour spent 8 days here in 1770. And this is where the local residents told Cook to go away. Warra Warra, Warra Way. This is a view of Botany Bay from the western side over at Ramsgate. After circumnavigating and surveying New Zealand for 6 months, Cook headed west and became the first European to sight land on Australia's east coast. Back in the 1600s, the Dutch had surveyed and labelled the landmass, now known as Australia, as New Holland. And one of the people on board the Endeavour with James Cook was Joseph Banks. And he was the person who went back to Britain to lobby the government to suggest that Botany Bay become a penal settlement. But the first fleet eventually came here 18 years after Cook's visit. And days after their arrival, they found that Port Jackson was a better place to establish a community, which later became known as Sydney. From this small stream, Captain Cook took water for his ship Endeavour, which entered the Heads 28th of April 1770. Cook ended up spending about 4 months surveying the east coast, and at the end of the exploration called the coastline New Wales. Cook's landing spot is now part of a national park, and it's an excellent place to come and explore. There's a new ferry wharf here that will one day service a ferry that links to La Perouse. Cook once referred to this area as Stingray's Harbour, which might explain the stingray artwork on the wharf. This monument was erected by the Swedish, remembering Daniel Solander, who was on Endeavour and was the first university-educated scientist to set foot on the mainland. Crew member Forby Sutherland was buried here. He was the first Brit to die in Australia and was buried 3 days before the Endeavour sailed north from here. There's a lot of artwork to discover here as well, including replica fishing canoes near the shoreline and the Eyes of the Land and the Sea artwork, which was installed for the 250th anniversary of Cook's visit. The area is accessible via a short walk from Kurnell if you want to come down here, or you can pay for parking inside the Kamay Botany Bay National Park. This extract is from James Cook's journal for Saturday the 28th of April 1770. At daybreak, we discovered a bay and anchored under the southern shore, about 2 miles within the entrance in 6-fathom water. The south point bearing southeasterly and the north point east. Latitude 34 degrees south, longitude 208.37 west.